Now on CoastTV News.
Celebrating the 4th of July on the coast, we take you across the peninsula for Independence Day. Bacteria in the water, how a swimming advisory affected the nation's summer capital on the nation's birthday. Lack of lifeguards, why stands are empty on Assateague Island.
And we have some blazing sunshine to go with the clear skies for tonight's fireworks. Your holiday weekend weather is coming right up.
This is CoastTV News at 5.
A live look into the nation's summer capital. Busy there on the nation's birthday. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf. Happy 4th of July, everyone. We have coverage today from Bethany's Parade, Dover's Colonial Twist, Lewis Hits the Water, and the Mayberry Festival there in Milton. The Lewis Boat Parade will start there, was a big hit today. Hosted by the Lewis Rehoboth Beach Rotary Club, around 50 boats set sail down the canal with thousands of viewers. The boats passed by the judges' stand at the Fisherman's Wharf, where Mayor Amy Marasco served as MC. We spoke with a lot of folks enjoying the show.
We are enjoying the boat parade.
Yep.
Yeah. We did the, what did we do in Lewis?
We saw the games, all the games, and went down 2nd Street.
And we did some girl shopping. Yeah.
That sounds fun. The boat parade benefits the Overfalls Foundation, which supports the historic lightship there in Lewis. Heading down the coast to Bethany Beach, the town's parade was today. At noon, streets were packed as the 2-mile parade showed off some classic cars and military vehicles and a whole lot of 4th of July pride. Now, one Bethany local looks forward to the town's parade every year.
Everything. It's always, different families that decorate their cars and stuff, and my contractor that did my remodeling and stuff, and just so many people. It's so much fun. And
if you missed out on the parade today in Bethany, you can still head to the bandstand for a concert and fireworks at 7:30. And this brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know what matters most on the 4th of July. Let's take a look at the results. So far, 40% say patriotism, 40% say relaxing, 6% say big events, and 14% say family time. Well, if you haven't voted yet and would like to do that, please do so right now at coasttv.com or our mobile app. Let's go ahead and take a live look outside into Rehoboth Beach again as we turn it over to our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams, where people celebrating the 4th got a really good deal from Mother Nature.
Really did. Now, enjoy today, and tomorrow's going to still look very good, very nice, but we may have a little bit of a difficulty as it pertains to breathing. The air quality count is actually going in the wrong direction. I'll share that with you in a moment. First of all, we take a gander at Dover right now. We're at 83 degrees. The dew point temperature is at 62. We are expecting for it to stay in the 80s until the sun goes down. Then we'll slip into the mid-70s, rather casually, actually, with winds still staying relatively light for us. Live radar, we're now picked up some concerns because now we have some air quality advisories that have been issued throughout the entire state. Okay, so we have air quality alert that's in effect for Sussex, really kicks in for Saturday, will continue until really all day Saturday to midnight Sunday morning. Our July the 4th planner for the night, listen, we're looking for temperatures in the 80s. We're looking for great to good conditions, absolutely gorgeous weather expected for us. But our biggest concern is going to be this air quality, and we'll talk more in detail about this in your full forecast. Until then, back to you, Maddie.
Paul, thank you. A water advisory was just lifted in Rehoboth Beach moments ago. According to the city, the approximately 24-hour alert was because DENREC found elevated levels of bacteria in the water near the avenue. The beach remained open, but swimmers were advised to keep their heads above water. And this typically happens after a heavy rainstorm when stormwater runoff collects animal waste. But not just here. As Emily Ikeda shows us, high levels of bacteria in the water are causing concern and even closing some beaches across the country.
With Independence Day festivities in full swing, beachgoers coast to coast are looking to make a big splash. But health experts are warning of the unseen dangers that could be lurking in the water.
There are a lot of different types of bacteria in beach water. Some of it can be naturally occurring. Other can be brought along from sewage that might get into beach water.
Experts say it's a pretty common summertime problem when water temperatures are higher and bacteria can grow more easily. Infections brought on by bacteria like Vibrio or E. coli can cause symptoms including nausea, fever, and diarrhea.
For most people, the issues are going to be minor, but for some people, it can result in what we call necrotizing fasciitis, some people call flesh-eating bacteria, which can result in amputations.
In recent weeks, at least 6 states have issued closures or advisories at certain beaches and lakes over high levels of bacteria in the water. It's caused 19 beaches to close in Massachusetts alone, prompting some residents to rethink their summer plans.
I kind of stopped going to the beach. I just don't like how unsanitary it is to be down there now.
And at popular shorelines in sunny Southern California, more than a dozen advisories between San Diego and LA counties are putting a damper on Independence Day.
If we didn't hear about that, we'd be in the water right now.
Definitely keeping an eye on any kind of symptoms that feel weird.
So what are some of the ways you can protect yourself before hitting the waves? Know before you go by checking the websites of your local health department, which will include current beach advisories and closures and up-to-date information on water quality and testing. And if you do plan on taking a dip, make sure you don't have any open wounds, scratches, or cuts, and try not to swallow water to avoid spoiling any July 4th fun.
For on this, you can head right now and get it at our website, CoastTV.com. And that's not the only trouble on the shore. Families visiting Assateague may not see any lifeguards, just shuttered towers and warning signs. The National Parks Conservation Association reports permanent staffing is down 24% system-wide. Less than half of seasonal worker positions, including lifeguards, have been filled. Emergency medical personnel are concerned.
Every day that we don't have a lifeguard here on the beach is putting every one of these swimmers, every one of our local residents, everybody that comes to visit Assateague Island in jeopardy.
The National Parks Conservation Association says the lack of staffing is due to federal budget cuts and hiring freezes. A Trump administration official says all fire, law enforcement, and public-facing park personnel are prioritized to remain in place. A busy 4th of July holiday for President Donald Trump as he celebrates both America's birthday and the passing of his so-called Big Beautiful Bill. Brian Abel gives us the rundown from the White House.
This is certainly a working holiday for the president. He started the day here with a call with the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky after a Thursday call with the Russian President Vladimir Putin, which Trump said left him disappointed. The Zelensky call was characterized as very important and meaningful by the Ukrainian president's chief of staff. Zelensky later adding that the two leaders discussed air defense and defense production during the call. Then the president headed out for an off-the-schedule trip Friday morning to do his favorite leisure activity, golf, at his club in Virginia. Back at the White House, preparations have been underway for a big annual event on the South Lawn, a 4th of July picnic with military families. This year, however, is abnormal. That's because the president is also celebrating his big political win, the passing of his massive domestic policy bill, the so-called Big Beautiful Bill. Trump is expected to sign the legislation into law this evening at the White House, timed with a military flyover, including the B-2 bombers who carried out the recent military strikes in Iran, according to a White House official. Then tonight, 4th of July fireworks in our nation's capital. The president and first lady will view them from the South Lawn before they both head to Bedminster, New Jersey for the weekend. But Trump has indicated his work will continue into the weekend. On Friday, Trump said he will begin sending tariff notices to different countries, letting them know what their tariff rates will be. And the president said that most of those will be effective as of August 1st. The president is also expecting news on the Israel-Hamas front. He said early Friday he expects to know if Hamas will accept a ceasefire proposal in, quote, the next 24 hours. At the White House, Brian Abel reporting.
A live look at Bay Bridge traffic. Looks pretty good now, but what snarled it earlier and when you should hit the road.
And we're going to start feeling warmer over the weekend. More about your holiday weather outlook coming up.
The grills are hot, the fireworks are ready, and the weekend is just getting started. Stay with us for your cool things to do.
This is Coast TV News at 5.
Parades, fireworks, even crab races. Coast TV's Christina D. Robertis has a look at your cool things to do.
Independence Day on Delmarva, it's not just a holiday, it's a whole weekend experience. Tonight, fireworks are lighting up the sky across the region. In Lewis, they'll launch from Lewis Beach at dusk. In Dewey Beach, fireworks are set to go off around 8:30 over the Rehoboth Bay, and Bethany Beach's display is expected around 9:30. Rehoboth Beach is saving its show for Saturday night. And once the fireworks wrap up, there's still more to do this weekend. In Long Neck, it's the 20th annual crab races at AmVet's Post 2 on Saturday. Saturday morning, the historic Lewis Farmers Market celebrates 20 years with a tractor-led opening parade at 8 a.m., birthday cake at 10, plus plenty of fresh food and fun. Also in Lewis, the local chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution are hosting tours at the historic Mall House. It's one of the oldest homes in the area, and tours run from 10 to 2. You can check out the Cool Things to Do article on CoastTV.com for event details, tickets, and more.
Here's a look at your Bay forecast. 88 for the high in Cambridge on Saturday, 87 on Sunday, and we drop by another degree on Monday, but we also pick up a pattern of rain on the way. Details on all this coming up.
A multi-car crash shut down all westbound lanes of the Chesapeake Bay Bridge today. That's an image from this morning. The Maryland Transportation Authority said it happened around 11:45 a.m. Police said at least one person was injured and trapped and had to be helicoptered out. Now, the westbound lanes were closed. They do appear to be reopened as we take a live look now outside at the Bay Bridge. This is predominantly on the eastbound span, but you can see over there traffic moving clearly as well. Actually, on both sides doing pretty darn good. Now, the MDTA says for those who are coming east tomorrow, maybe your friends or family who aren't here yet, they should leave before 8 or after 4 p.m. For those headed westbound Sunday, go before 9 a.m. or after 10 p.m. or on Monday, if you're going to go, before 6 a.m. Well, hey, it wouldn't be the 4th of July without fireworks, right? And traditionally, one of the nation's biggest is Macy's Fireworks Show in New York City. You can catch that tonight here on Coast TV at 8 p.m. Eastern, and Mark Barger has a preview.
Tonight will mark the 49th edition of the Macy's Fireworks Spectacular.
But each and every year, innovation is key for us, and we continue to try to make the show bigger and better and more fantastic for our audience.
This fireworks test last month in the Mojave Desert, just part of a year's preparation for tonight.
Shopping around the world for fireworks. We've got some really cool stuff this year that has never been seen in New York before. This year also adding the Brooklyn Bridge.
Roughly 30,000 fireworks shells will launch from the iconic bridge. And earlier this week, crews were busy preparing the additional 50,000 shells that will fire from 4 barges along the East River.
Some aerial shells will actually have 8 different effects, lasting 8 to 12 seconds, rather than just your usual few seconds for a typical firework.
Oscar winner Ariana DeBose will host tonight's broadcast, which will feature performances from Lenny Kravitz, the Jonas Brothers, Ava Max, Keke Palmer, and country stars Eric Church and Trisha Yearwood.
Well, the 4th of July is always a party, right? And so you know you're going to have a great crowd. So I think that's the thing I look the most forward to.
Yearwood's also releasing her new album, The Mirror, later this month, and she has special childhood memories of the nation's bicentennial 4th of July in 1976.
They had a reception at the bank where my dad worked, and my sister and I remember us dressed in red, white, and blue and being in the lobby serving punch and cheese straws to everybody that came in.
But Yearwood sticks to singing tonight as pyrotechnics fill the air.
Take a 25-minute break from all the noise and enjoy some art in the sky and some spectacle. So that's been our motivation since day one.
An enduring effort to celebrate the nation's independence. Mark Barger, NBC News.
Let's take one more look on our Coast TV poll. We're asking about the 4th of July and what matters most. 55% say patriotism. That's gone up since about 20 minutes ago. 29% say relaxing, 4% say big events, and 12% say family time. If you haven't voted yet, you can still do that at coasttvnews.com or our mobile app, and we'll have updated results at 6. Let's take a live look outside now into Ocean View. Oh, just a perfect day out there. One more check on your forecast after this. Coming up new on Coast TV News at 6, we speak with District 20's next representative, and she is one of these two women.
Well, we take a look at our gutter helmet camera, and we're at 78 degrees, dew point temperature at 63. We're expecting for our temperatures to settle into the mid-70s as soon as the sun goes down. By 8 o'clock, 76, 74 by the 9 o'clock hour. Quick reminder, we have an air quality alert that kicks in on Saturday. Will stay in effect all day Saturday until midnight Sunday, and that's for the entire state, not just Sussex County, so keep that in mind. Autumn, Chalabala, you're our winner, and keep up with your forecast with our line. And here's a look at your extended forecast.
Thank you, Paul, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 5. For more news and local weather, you can download our app. Inside Edition is up next, but we'll see you at 6. Have a great evening.